We begin tonight with the vicious Hilltop wildfire threatening homes in Sanpete County. Tonight, even more evacuation orders. News 4 Utah's Glenn Beebe joins us live from Sanpete County with the latest there. Glenn?
Yeah, Rick, this fire has ballooned to more than 1,400 acres, and that number is only expected to grow after they get their analysis this evening. At this point, it's still 0% contained. Now, throughout the day, we saw several residents who were being evacuated, trying to gather what belongings they could. As you can imagine, it was quite emotional for some, not knowing if their homes will still be there when they return.
I mean, you got to just leave with your life. I mean, we did all we could.
Residents gathered what they could as more mandatory evacuations were ordered for Hideaway Valley area near the Hilltop fire. Connie Warren and her husband were working on defensible space until the last minute.
We're so tired from working. We're like, I don't know what to take. I'm too tired to even get anything out. You know, it's like, we did our best.
The couple didn't know the evacuation was in place until they tried to leave. They were able to get some important items. Crews are stretched thin, and many residents have had to step up and help. This is cell phone video of Kenny Cox using his bulldozer to help cut containment lines in front of the fire. Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox, who lives in the county, says the fire is hitting at a community that's already been knocked hard by Mother Nature this year.
Well, because we're in such serious drought conditions, we're already hurting. And we usually get 2 or 3 crops of hay. We only got 1 this year. And so fields that are usually green right now are dry.
As the evening wore on, crews were able to take a slight break and get some food, but know they'll be back at it again tomorrow, fighting the flames and the valley winds. Now that glow you can see in the distance, that is all we can see of the fire at this point, which is actually a good thing. That's because about an hour ago, when the fire actually crested the hill, the flames were much more active. Now, when you saw the plane make that drop in our story of that fire retardant, it put the line right there on the top of the hill, which means if those flames are dying out, the retardant might just hold that line. Now, if it can do that, it will be a huge break for firefighters, but until it's fully out, they're not taking a break. Reporting live in Sanpete County, I'm Glenn Beebe, News 4 Utah.
The Red Cross has set up an evacuation center at the LDS Church in Indianola. It's where people can get food, water, and assistance. If things get worse, they'll turn it into a shelter where evacuees can sleep overnight.